Welcome to Busy Bee Woodworking. Today we're just going to show you a simpler way to put up a wall cling so it's not permanently attached to the wall. We're quickly just going to break down a 1/4 inch sheet of ply here for the base in which we can attach the cling to. Now that we have the sheet broken down, we'll dig through until we can find a 2x4 that's straight enough and just rip it so we take off those rounded edges. Once that's complete, we'll take a quick measurement and then make a cut coming right down the middle, splitting the 2x4 into 2 pieces for us. Now we can take that over to our sheet good and figure out the dimensions that we need to cut to make our miters.
Okay, so here's a little trick about when you're mitering sides, saying you're framing in something, or you got to do 2 45s on each end. So you set your miter saw to 45 and you make this cut. Now the other cut has to be on the opposite 45, so you would swing this all the way over. Or to save yourself that, because a lot of times I line up this and I'm marking the bottom edge anyways, so this actually is convenient. All I do is I take the piece that was laying here and I rotate it so the 45 is opposite, coming towards the left side of the saw. And when you do that, now, let's see here. When you go to make your next cut here, you're actually going to have your 45 going the right direction. So you don't have to keep pivoting your saw back and forth. You just simply rotate your piece so the top is back to the top is now the bottom, if that makes sense. So now we have our 45 going this way and our 45 going that way. So we got it all set up right. We didn't even have to touch the saw. Now we have our 45 here. All we got to do is butt it. Remember, we want the opposite on the 45. Once again, we just rotate it around and we can make that opposite cut here.
So now that we have all our pieces mitered, we can come over to the sign itself and we just put some wood glue down and then come back with some brads to tack it into place until the glue can set. Now what's great about doing it this way and putting the wall cling onto a temporary piece rather than on the wall is as holidays come and go, we can actually make a few of these with different holiday sayings or anything like that, and you can change it accordingly. Now since this is going to get fully painted, we can come back and we can actually fill our brad holes with just a little bit of spackle. It's a quicker drying than some of the wood fillers that I have, and it sands out pretty smooth and it comes out really well. Now that the spackling's all dried, we can come back with our sanding block and just smooth it out. Now with the paint of your choice, you can come back and spray a couple of coats. I'd recommend using a flat though, just because it's easier for the piece of vinyl that you're putting on here or sticker to adhere to. The sheen can make a little slicker surface and it can make it kind of peel after a while, so flat is definitely the better route to go. But on the sides here I did hit with just a little satin just to give it a little contrast. Now it's always important to stand back, look at your piece, and admire your work. Now, a really important step here is to make sure that the surface is clean and prepped before you put your sticker down. I use a tack cloth because that's going to get the dust off the best. Now, this decal specifically is a little bit different than the ones I've had in the past. It actually is pretty much just a sticker. Most of the time it's vinyl lettering that's cut out, and you can actually get those to smooth out and attach to the sign itself. But this one gave me a little bit of trick here and there, but you just got to keep measuring it out, making sure you're staying nice and level. And the other way I did this is I did not put a line down because there's actually going to be a clear outline around these letters, and I could not come back and erase it once it was put in. So just keep a tape measure there with a set mark, and that'll keep you nice and level. Now once you have it down, you want to make sure that you're smoothing it all out and making sure that it adheres well to the surface. This one is still giving me a little bit of trouble here and there, but we made it through. Now, if yours is giving you as much trouble as this one is giving to me, a couple things to keep on hand. If you notice, I'm using, it's almost like a little pick to help position letters before I smooth them down, but also a set of scissors so I can, as I pull this clear away, just the temporary clear, I can come back with the sticker and actually just cut it and remove it away so it doesn't keep falling down on the piece. Also, as you can see from that lettering of dreams, it gave me a big hassle, so I decided just to pull that and put it to the side, and then I could focus on getting rid of the rest of the plastic around there, and then I can come back and position the lettering where I want it rather than trying to fight it in.
Well, we got the finished products here. It's all done. Now, one thing I will point out is, in the past, we've bought these wall clings, and what you do is you put the clear down on top, and you come back with a rubber putty knife or anything like that, and rub all these down, and it actually will peel, have the lettering just stick on there, and you can peel the clear away so you don't have all these outline kind of flash a little bit. This one must have been a little bit less priced because literally it's just stickers, which made it a little frustrating putting it on there because it did not want to give way to all those extra pieces that we had to pull off there, but we got it done. One thing I would say that you could do differently is this top piece up here. When we were making the actual box frame, what you could do is you could have put a 45 in this top piece here, and then you could hang it like French cleat style. I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to add picture frame hangers, make it simple. But that's one thing you could change. This one is actually going up in our kids' play area. My wife's been bugging me for a while to get this done, and well, I finally made some time. So I'm going to surprise her and get it up before she gets home so she can walk in and see what she's been asking for. If it's your first time here, we'd love to earn your subscription. If you're returning, thank you again for your continued support. We really appreciate it. It really helps us out as a channel. So, until next time, thanks for buzzing by. You go make some dust.